So initially I wanted to make a video on government-issued digital currency, but of course this motherfucker managed to find something even more infuriating. I'm talking of course about the gun banning C21. Because now that he has been disciplined and humiliated in front of everybody in Indonesia by his master, he obviously has to regain some dictator points. So his big law for adding stuff like red flag laws with the impossibility of confronting your accuser now includes banning of all semi-automatic centerfire rifles. Which means that after telling people that we would absolutely be able to still have our surplus rifle like the SKS, or that we will be still able to buy something like AR-180s for example, or my X95 that I literally just received, well, now that he's telling us that no, we actually should not be allowed to, and he's also not doing it publicly because this was submitted in an amendment just today a few hours ago. That's exactly why I decided to put my rifle project on ice, because I would be in for $15,000 at that moment. And the thing is, we have a bunch of manufacturers, for example, like Black Creek Labs, for example, who are producing some new AR-180s. We also have Crusader Arms, for example, who are now, well, they're kind of fucked because they have spent some money on R&D, they have barely done one run of the newest rifle, and they're already being told that whatever they have is going to be banned, which means that people are probably going to be cancelling pre-orders or are just going to not buy it at all. And of course that's saying nothing about all of the shops that are sitting on a bunch of inventory. I touched on it before, but the Calgary Shooting Center, for example, told me that they were still sitting on $1 million worth of AR-15s, which now is going to be adding a few more millions for all of the other stuff that they have. So now the problem is, he already has the votes, because the left, with both the Liberals and their lapdogs, the NDP, are controlling over half of the House of Commons and the Senate, which means that this thing is going to pass pretty much no matter what. That's why we have a lawsuit from the CCFR that has been triggered on this particular law, because obviously we are talking about a bunch of motherfuckers who are telling us that no, we do not have a right to enjoy our property, and it can be taken at absolutely any point. And this time there is absolutely no provision for what they were calling elite sportsmen, which means even though I am literally in the top 10 PCC shooters in Canada, at least for the Steel Challenge, well, that means that I'm not allowed to actually shoot or train with my GHM-9. So if you are a gun owner in Canada, I don't care what you have, even a single shot shotgun, I do not care. They are coming for your gun. Bill Blair, when he was still the minister in charge of the firearms, was already saying that nobody should own a sniper rifle. It does not matter to these guys. It does not matter if it's a surplus, it does not matter if it's an internal magazine, they are coming for your guns. All of them, lever action, bolt action, everything. So get involved, stop doing your usual, oh, it does not concern me, that's not the guns I have, nobody needs them. They are coming for them. So, if you are inclined, I left the link to the lawsuit of the CCFR in the description below. To be completely clear, the courts are pretty much stacked against us because Trudeau has named a shitload of judges, same for the Supreme Court, but this is not going to go away just by lying down. I'm just hoping that Daniel Smith in Alberta decides to invoke the Sovereignty Act, because if there's an economic reason for invoking it, that's a multi-billion-dollar one right there. So I'm probably going to end up covering this one a bit more in the future. If you want to see that or the new development, you can subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm also on Twitter, Subscribestar, all of the usual, links below. And now if you excuse me, I really need to lower my blood pressure. See you next time.